12 must-know tips for cruise passengers to survive a long cruise. Are you about to set sail on a cruise that lasts longer than some celebrity marriages? Well, buckle up, or, fasten your flip-flops, because a long cruise is not the same as a weekend getaway. Sure, it sounds like paradise at first. Endless sunsets, bottomless buffets, someone else making your bed every day. But give it a week or two, and suddenly you're arguing with your cabin mate about towel animals. You've memorized the entire trivia guy's wardrobe rotation, and your pants have mysteriously shrunk, even though you barely ate 3 desserts a day. That's where these tips come in. Whether it's your first long cruise or your 5th, I've got 12 survival strategies that will save your brain, your budget, and your digestive system. Because let's be honest, cruising is magical until your motion sickness patch falls off, the Wi-Fi costs more than your flight, and you're stuck in a 2-hour towel folding demonstration wondering where it all went wrong. Ready to enjoy the long cruise without losing your sanity? Let's dive in. Tip 1. Don't overpack. Do a mid-cruise laundry day instead. Let's get one thing straight. You don't need 47 outfits for a 14-day cruise. You're not walking a Paris runway, you're walking to the buffet. Again, overpacking seems harmless until your suitcase explodes like a confetti cannon in your cabin, and you spend half the cruise stepping over shoes you never wear. Here's the better move. Plan a mid-cruise laundry day. Rewear a few things. Nobody cares. Pack detergent sheets, and maybe a travel clothesline if you're feeling fancy. Most ships have self-serve laundromats or will wash it for you, for a price that's slightly less offensive than a shore excursion. Plus, washing your clothes halfway through resets everything. It's like a wardrobe refresh without hauling your closet. And bonus, less stuff going in means more room coming out for souvenirs or snacks or that comically large towel animal you plan to smuggle home for your niece. Tip 2. Preload Entertainment for sea days. Let's talk about sea days. They sound relaxing until you've roamed every hallway, tried every soft serve flavor, and find yourself reading the emergency procedures pamphlet just for something to do. And that's when it hits you. I should have downloaded stuff before I left. Cruise ship internet is a cruel joke. It's slower than a toddler putting on socks, and it costs more than your cabin upgrade. Streaming? Forget it. Even checking your email feels like asking the Wi-Fi for a personal favor. So here's the fix. Preload your entertainment. Before you sail, download Netflix shows, YouTube videos, audiobooks, podcasts, puzzles, games, meditation apps. Whatever keeps you from reenacting Castaway with a towel animal. Bonus tip? Most streaming services like Netflix, Prime, and Spotify have an offline option. Use it, because trust me, after 3 sea days in a row, even the ship's bingo announcements start sounding like quality content. Tip 3. Take seasickness prevention seriously, even if you've never been seasick. You might think you've got a stomach of steel. You survived that gas station sushi back in 2014. How bad could a little rocking boat be? Well, meet day 6 of your cruise, where the ocean decides to throw a temper tantrum and suddenly you're gripping the walls like you're in a haunted house. Even seasoned cruisers can get blindsided by motion sickness on longer trips, especially during open sea days or when Mother Nature's in a mood. So don't try to be a hero. Pack prevention. Bring motion sickness bands, ginger chews, Dramamine, behind-the-ear patches. Heck, bring all 4 and rotate like it's fashion week. And don't wait until you're already green and clinging to the bathroom door. These things work best before the nausea hits. Think of them like cruise insurance for your stomach. Because nobody wants to be the person who misses lobster night because they're face down in a cool towel whispering, "I'm fine." Tip 4. Know the cruise schedule. When they clean, you leave. You will fall into a weird cruise rhythm. Late breakfasts, afternoon naps, and questionable decisions at the midnight pizza bar. But guess what? Your cabin steward is on their own schedule, and nothing snaps you out of vacation mode faster than hearing that polite knock followed by, "Housekeeping," while you're in a towel, holding a banana. Most cabin crews work with military precision. If you're still snoozing when they come by, you'll either get skipped, rushed, or silently judged. So here's the move. Ask early on when your cabin usually gets cleaned. Then plan to be out, go to breakfast, hit the pool, fake enthusiasm at towel folding class. Anything but lingering awkwardly while someone vacuums around your feet. Plus, it keeps things smooth. You get a clean room, they get a clear path, and nobody accidentally walks in on you doing a face mask that makes you look like a haunted pineapple. Before we dive into tip number 5, if you've been enjoying these tips and chuckling just a little, please take a second to like this video and subscribe. It helps a lot more than you'd think, and I genuinely appreciate every single one of you who takes the time to do it. And hey, if you've made it this far, drop a comment below that says, "Cruise for you," so I can thank you personally for watching. Also, tell me, what's the longest cruise you've ever been on? Was it magical? Or were you counting the days like a cruise ship castaway? Now, back to the good stuff. Tip 5. Plan port days for recovery, not just tours. Here's a rookie mistake. You book an excursion at every single port because you think, I might never come back here. And by day 6, your feet hate you, your wallet's crying, and you can't tell if that last photo was from Greece or Guam. Long cruises need strategic pacing. That means treating some ports like rest stops, not marathons. Pick a couple of stops where you don't book anything. Just get off the ship, stroll around, grab a local coffee, maybe people watch from a bench while your back stops screaming. You'll feel refreshed, save money, and actually absorb where you are, rather than sprinting from tour bus to tourist trap. Because let's be honest, not every port needs a zipline, a guide named Marco, and 3 hours of optional shopping. Sometimes, a slow walk and a shady spot are the real luxury. Tip 6. Stretch, walk, and take the stairs. On a long cruise, your body starts to forget what movement feels like. You sit at breakfast, then by the pool, then at trivia, then at dinner, then at the late-night show where someone juggles pineapples. By day 8, you're basically a sentient cheesecake. Here's how to fight back, without ever setting foot in the gym. Take the stairs. Seriously, if you're physically able, it's the easiest way to stay active without even thinking. And it's a great excuse to avoid the elevator small talk like, "So where are you from?" Deck 7. Oh, neat. Do a lap on the promenade deck. It's scenic, breezy, and honestly way better than walking on a treadmill while staring at a mirrored wall. Even light movement keeps your joints from locking up, your brain from fogging over, and your clothes from mysteriously shrinking. And bonus, you'll feel slightly less guilty going back for your third creme brulee that night. Tip 7. Turn off the news. You're on a beautiful ship in the middle of the ocean, drink in hand, sun on your face. So why are you still watching cable news in your cabin like it's a hostage situation? Look, the world will keep spinning. You do not need to know what a politician tweeted while you're floating past glaciers or snorkeling with fish that look like disco balls. Turn it off. Give your brain a break. Give your blood pressure a break. You're not solving international issues from Deck 9 while wearing a towel hat. Instead, watch the sunset, read something fun, eavesdrop on that overly loud couple in the hallway arguing about formal night. Way more entertaining. A long cruise is your chance to mentally unplug, so let the news go for a week or two. Trust me, when you come back, the same people will still be arguing, the same scandals will still be scandaling, and the world won't notice you pause to actually enjoy your life. Tip 8. Book a midship cabin if you're sensitive to motion. If you want to actually sleep on your cruise and not feel like you're in a low-budget remake of Titanic, book midship. Why? Because midship, especially on a lower deck, is the sweet spot. It's the flattest, steadiest part of the ship. You feel less of the rocking, less of the rolling, and way less of that, "I think I'm moving but I'm not" feeling when you lie down at night. Now, here's something cruise lines don't exactly advertise: the back of the ship. It's where the pollution hangs out. Yeah, those dreamy aft balcony views? They sometimes come with a lovely breeze of diesel fumes. Not always, but often enough that some cruisers swear they'll never book back there again. So if you're motion sensitive, or smell sensitive, or just sleep sensitive, midship is your new best friend. Your stomach, your nostrils, and your sanity will all say thank you. Tip 9. Protect yourself from the germ spread. You know what happens when thousands of people touch the same buffet tongs, elevator buttons, and handrails every single day? Cruise germs. Cruise germs happen, and on a long cruise, the odds of catching something increase with every trivia night, dance class, and late-night pizza run. So here's your survival plan. Become a hand sanitizer ninja. Keep a little bottle on you at all times. Use the ship's stations every time you pass one. Don't be shy. Make it a ritual. Wipes? Bring them. Use them in your cabin, on your tray, and yes, even on your TV remote, because no one wants to catch a sickness while flipping through reruns of Love Boat. And at the buffet, use a napkin, or the back of a spoon, or just ask the person next to you to scoop it and toss it to your plate like a hibachi chef. Kidding, mostly. Point is, don't let germs ruin your cruise. You paid to see sunsets and sea turtles, not the inside of the medical center. Tip 10, bring meds for everything, even the unexpected. Picture this. You're halfway through your cruise, feeling great, and then boom, headache or heartburn, or you suddenly realize your ankles have decided to double in size for no reason. Now you're at the onboard shop paying $12 for 2 ibuprofen tablets and wondering if they come with a foot massage at that price. Avoid the drama. Bring a mini medicine kit. Include the usuals: pain relief, cold and flu, allergy pills, band-aids, and seasickness meds. Even if you already packed them under tip number 3, because double is safer than none. Also smart? Add in stuff for sunburn, blisters, indigestion, bug bites, muscle aches, and maybe even those weird cruise-specific ailments like "I ate too many midnight burgers" syndrome. Because on a long cruise, weird things happen. Your body's like, hey, now that we're relaxed, let's fall apart in new and exciting ways. And if you're prepared, you'll be the hero with the mini pharmacy everyone's asking favors from. Tip 11, have a spending strategy for ports. Here's how it usually goes. Day 1. Ooh, handcrafted necklace made of volcanic rock? Take my money. Day 4. Yes, I need that hat with the dancing iguana. Day 7. Wait, why is my credit card smoking? Ports are full of temptations, souvenirs, cocktails, excursions, and things you'll definitely forget you bought until you unpack and find a coconut bra in your luggage. That's why smart cruisers go in with a plan. Set a budget per port. Even if it's just $20 for coffee and snacks, it helps keep your wallet from falling into a financial riptide by day 9. And here's a sneaky trick. Bring cash for each port in small bills and leave your card in the cabin. When the cash runs out, you're done. No guilt, no surprises, no waking up next to a mystery wooden statue you swore you didn't buy. A little spending strategy lets you enjoy each stop without that creeping, "how bad is my bank balance right now" feeling. Tip 12. Know when to just do nothing. That's right. Nothing. Nada. Zip. Zilch. On a long cruise, there's this weird pressure to do everything. Every trivia, every class, every towel folding championship. You start feeling guilty if you're not running from shuffleboard to sushi making like it's a cruise-based obstacle course. But here's a radical idea. You don't have to do it all. In fact, some of the best cruise memories come from doing nothing at all. Sit on your balcony, watch the sea, take a nap that turns into another nap, skip the activities and just let time stretch. You paid for the journey, not just the events. And if you want to spend the whole afternoon wrapped in a fluffy robe eating fruit you stole from the buffet while watching dolphins from your window, congrats. You're doing the cruise exactly right. Because sometimes, the most luxurious thing on a long cruise is simply being still. And there you have it, 12 survival tips to keep your cruise long, lovely, and only slightly ridiculous. If you laughed, learned something new, or now feel personally attacked by your overpacking habits, go ahead and give this video a like. And if you haven't subscribed yet, what are you waiting for? The midnight buffet to open? Seriously though, thank you for being here. And if you haven't already, drop a comment saying "cruise for you" so I can thank you personally. Now go relax and remember, you deserve the kind of vacation where your biggest worry is, do I want the second dessert or the third? See you in the next one.